Hello there. We feel really lucky to be here tonight. That was amazing. We hope that we are an appropriate entertainment for the evening. We're going to start off appropriately with a song about opening day.
And no past. Spring is here and the time is right for unrealistic goals. Last summer some hit the bottom rung, but the new year brings high hope. The Padres could be surprising. A red machine could rise again. And if the Pirates are pulverizing, I wanna write that storybook in. Before a game is played, before an out is made, before the first crack of the bat, that's when it's all future. Will be overachieving. Casey could be a royal pain. The O's recent woes so deceiving. The tribe could end up drenched in champagne. Every April brings a clean slate. So under the circumstance, just remember the Rays of 2008. At this point, everybody has a chance. Before a game is played, before an out is made, for the first crack of the bat, that's when it's all future and no past. I said it's all future and no past.
This song is about our various allegiances and how we came to have them.
Today we actually have the helmets and caps and everything laid out, so.
Yeah, there's a variety pack.
Yeah, it helps.
As a kid in Arizona, we didn't have our own team, but I was drawn to the Braves of Aaron Matthews and Spawn. When we moved to the Bay, I got my covet Marischal and Mays. It was heaven, and then in '68, the A's came along with Captain Sal, Reggie, Joe, Rudy, and Raleigh. Having two teams to love was out of sight. When Seattle was home, spent so many nights in the dome. I still think the Giants and Mariners and A's are alright. Fair weather fan is not what I am, even though my zip code has changed. I might smile and enjoy where I'm currently employed. Your soul can't be rearranged, but it's hard to understand. It's so hard to understand. Fair weather man, Linda.
I grew up outside of Minneapolis, glued to the radio in the 70s Twins. The sad sounded crying when they didn't score enough runs for a blind 11 win. Now I reside in New York City, so I got a little thing for the pinstripes. But when the Twins face the Yanks in the ALDS, you know who this small town girl likes.
Fair weather man,
barely pulled Ron Gant off of first base. Ain't that right, Murph? You saw it.
I grew up in L.A. to the sweet sounds of Vince Scully. It's how I went to bed most every night. There ain't no prettier park than the one in Chavez Ravine. I see many games by the palm trees and the lights. But I sure do love Manhattan. I took on the Yale team after '93. But when Torrey and Mattingly moved to L.A., it made it so much easier for me. I'm fair weather man, it's not what I am, even though my zip code has changed. I might smile and enjoy where I'm currently employed. Your soul can't be rearranged. Well, it's hard to understand. It's so hard to understand. Fair weather, fair weather, fair weather man. Fair weather man. Fair weather man. A fair weather man.
Thanks a lot.
Tell them about this great song you wrote, Steve.
Yeah,
Come on.
this is very fitting for today. This song is called Jackie's Lament, and it's a song from our first record about Jackie Robinson and about breaking the color barriers. So you have to check out the words here. We're very excited to be able to play this on a night like this. It's a song about all the things that Jackie couldn't say and talk about, and that might have been, at least for our imagination, on his mind when he was starting out.
If I ever get the chance, I'll let them know just how I feel. I'd like to speak my mind, but that just wasn't in the deal. I run the race, but now I find the race is running me. I try to keep my cool, but
Thanks a lot. This is a song for another pioneer of sorts, along with things like ending the dead ball era, breaking the color barrier, moving to Brooklyn, Rochester, Los Angeles. This is another big change, the advent of free agency, and this is the unsung hero of free agency, a song about Kurt Flood.
Everybody's walking like they're going in dough, throwing all the money around just for show, acting like everything is coming to them, and knowing that more is just around the bend. I'm the one who paved the way, laid my body in the road so you can walk on it today. I stood right up when they tried to put me down. You're so high up, you forget to look down. Oh, you call that gratitude. You call that gratitude. I'm the well-paid slave in the roads that I gave. Took my career, that's just what I gave. 5 years later they were rolling in clover, but nothing for me, my career was over. If I was born just a generation later, I could have settled up with an arbitrator. I'd be wearing fur coats if I was rich, with a bum bitty bitty bum. Yeah, you call that gratitude. You call that gratitude. That I died and they laid me in the ground. Where was everybody? They couldn't be found. I'm gone and they don't know my name. No plaque, no speech, no Hall of Fame. A-Rod, Zito, Posada, Tejada, Johan, Manny, Maddox, Messina. Who's the one who paid the way with blood? Go say my name, it's Flood! Kurt Flood! Oh, you call that gratitude. You call that gratitude. Yeah, you call that gratitude. You call that gratitude. Oh. A-Rod, Zito, Posada, Tejada, Johan, Manny, Maddox, Messina. Oh. Yeah, you call that gratitude.
Kurt Flood, thank you. Okay, a little less of a heroic subject, but it's a song about beanballs and how we're kind of in favor of them. Of course, we don't play baseball. It's easy for us to say. It's called chin music.
High and inside. High and inside.
Back in the 50s when Magley was pitching, he sent a little message now and then. They called him the bar because he gave a mighty close shave. Chin music, a little chin music, put the hitter in his place. 10 years later, Drysdale and Gibson took no shit from a hitter who was kissing the inside corner of the plate. Chin music, a little chin music, made the hitter do a figure eight. High and inside, high and inside, high and inside, high and inside. Chin music, a little chin music, take the hitter for a ride. horses. The batters, they were trembling in their shoes. Ah, chin music, a little chin music was all that he needed to use. All right, Mike, hit me. All the kids pitched like they're under court orders, getting all cute, painting the corners. The batter steps out of the box for a spell. Ah, chin music, a little chin music would serve those rookies well. Pitch count, set a man, 5-man rotation, whirlpool, Tommy John, pinpoint location. And they still can't do what those old guys did. Ah, chin music, a little chin music separates the men from the kids. All right, we're gonna get high and inside, high and inside, high and inside, high and inside. Ah, chin music, a little chin music, take the batter for a ride. Oh, we're gonna get high and inside, high and inside, high and inside, high and inside. Yeah, chin music, a little chin music. You can't run, but you can hide.
Thanks a lot. The lovely beanball. It's really nice to be playing in front of baseball cards. I think the 13-year-old me would have loved that. Making to play guitar and be in front of baseball cards? Man.
And be in front of baseball fans. This isn't so bad either.
Exactly.
Thanks for coming out.
Even better yet. This is a song about one of my favorite players as a kid, Mark Fidrich. The song's called 1976.
Saw your picture in the paper today, and I couldn't believe my eyes. Dead before your time, but so long beyond your prime. Looking nothing like the memory from when I was a kid. Golden hair glowing down on your knees, groomed in the pitcher's mouth. And it's always 1976. The camera lies and the nip-based tricks. So many things that the years won't fix. Always 1976. Always 1976. Against a fading Motor City and Richard Nixon's shame, a rock star had arrived. Fidrich comes alive, and I know that it's hardly fair to say you won't grow old, but forgive me if I try to keep that faded image in my eyes. And it's always 1976. The camera lies and the nip-based tricks. So many things that the years won't fix. Always 1976. always 1976. What does it say for the rest of us when our heroes die and leave us alone? What does it say for the rest of us when we wake up and find this bird has flown? The camera lies and the myth plays tricks. So many things that the years won't fix. Always 1976. Always 1976. And it's always 1976. Always 1976. Always 1976.
Thanks a lot, The Bird. Get to play some more quieter songs. We're playing in a classy place tonight.
That's right. Let's folk it up.
Are you saying Maxwell's wasn't classy?
It smelled classy.
Good point, good point. Okay, second classiest place we played this week. We, you know, our first record came out and did pretty well and people were happy, but our record label, when we made our next record, said, could you write, a few more songs about people who haven't been dead for 100 years? Wow, okay, that's a challenge. So, this song is by Stephen Strasberg.
It's a group effort to keep things on track, you know.
All right.
I'm 21 years old, and everybody seems to know my name. Man of the hour. And that's 400% of your 15 minutes of fame. And they say that I'm the most in the Washington Post. Sing my praises all the while on my radio dial. But in my life I found you're dead if you look down. I just wanna stick around for a while. I just wanna stick around for a while. There was this guy named David Clyde. Scaled the heights when he was just 18. Gone a few years down the line. Now he's barely known and very little seen. And they say that I'm the most in the Washington Post. Sing my praises all the while on the radio dial. But in my life I found you're dead if you look down. I just wanna stick around for a while. I just wanna stick around for a while. I'm in it for the long haul, baby. So you're gonna have to wait. Little my tears by the lines across my face. That's when I'll know that I was great. I was watching old Jamie Moyer on ESPN just the other night. 49 is still putting in his time, and somehow that just seemed so damn right. And they say that I'm the most in the Washington Post, sing my praises all the while on the radio dial. But in my life I found you're dead if you look down. I just wanna stick around for a while. I just wanna stick around for a while. I guess I'm gonna stick around for a while.
This is a little history lesson song. It's a song that names all 17 people, actually all 20 people now, that threw perfect games. And it's a song about the guy who didn't. But the song will tell the whole story. May 26, 1959, in Milwaukee on the Mound, Harvey Haddix of the Pirates was mowing them down. 27 up and 27 gone. 9 innings in the book, and not a man had got in on. Now in history, only 17 had thrown a perfect game. A most exclusive club and a most exalted fame. But for 9 innings on that fateful day, the Pirates hadn't scored a perfect game, and still old Harvey had to pitch some more. David Wells, David Cohn, Sandy Koufax, Cy Young, Jim Bunn, Tom Browning, Charlie Robertson, Don Larson in the series in 1956. Why don't we add old Harvey to that list? 10th inning down, 11th inning down, they moved on to the 12th. 3 straight outs and the fans, they were pinching themselves. The best game ever pitched and still a scoreless tie. Poor Harvey had to carry on and give it one more try. Now 13's never lucky, so you can guess the rest. Harv gave up a hit, and then he lost the whole contest. I wonder how he slept that night, knowing how close he came to a most exclusive club that should include his name. David Wells, David Cohn, Randy Johnson, Addie Joss, Kenny Rogers, Mike Wick, Dennis Martinez, Don Larson in the series in 1956. Why don't we add old Harvey to that list? All right, Peter. Search for perfection is a funny thing, at least as I've been told. It drives you nuts, it makes you curse, and it eats away your soul. Sometimes better isn't better, sometimes justice just ain't served. Sometimes legend isn't laid where it's most deserved. But humanity is flawed, as the losers will attest. We're drawn to tragic stories, they are the ones that suit us best. But for 9 innings on that fateful day, old Harvey was the god. A perfect game, if nothing else, because perfection's always flawed. David Wells, David Cohn, Lee Richmond, Monty Ward, Len
against the Jays, and catfish for the A's. Mark Burnley, Dallas Braden, Roy Halladay,
Armando Galarraga,
Don Larson in the series in 1956. Why don't we add old Harvey to that list? David Wells, David Combs, Sandy Koufax, Cy Young, Jim Bunning, Tom Browning, Charlie Robertson, Don Larson in the series in 1956. Why don't we add old Harvey to that list? Why don't we add old Harvey to that list? Why don't we add old Harvey to that list?
Thank you very much. Come on there.
The real challenge would be to, maybe write a song about everyone who's had a one-hitter.
Good idea.
That'd be a real challenge.
Pitchers with a
It's
whip
in the
below
hundreds,
1.3,
the thousands.
Getting good ideas there. We need more subject matter. By the way, all these songs that you're hearing, except for the next one, are on our records, and they're all for sale out in the, I would say lobby, but it's kind of
I think right outside the door.
it's a nice lobby. It's not like the lobby at Maxwell's, I know that. But it's very similar. We have all of our stuff out there, so feel free to brush up on your baseball knowledge out there, so you too can name all 20 pitchers who've thrown perfect games. Win bets and bars with that.
Okay, here's our song that we wrote for this occasion. It's about Jefferson Burdick, who contributed his baseball card collection to the Met, and a pretty amazing character. So we've done our best to tell his story in 2 minutes. Didn't quite get it all in there, but I did my best. Okay, ready? 30,000 baseball cards these days doesn't seem like so many, but it's Honest Wagner and Lefty Grove, not Pokey Reese or Brad Penny. Cards from backs of tobacco packs, silk screens that predate Warhol. Cards from 1880 to 1960, Jefferson Burdick collected them all. 394 albums, 15 years of work at the Met. When the last card pasted in its place, I shan't be back, he said. I shan't be back, he said. He didn't do it for money, but the honest joy of collection. And in the end he gave them all away to be preserved for our inspection. Cards from packs of Cracker Jack, Eddie Cicotte and Jake Stahl, Pepper Martin, Scott Wheeler and Bernie Banks. Jefferson Burdick collected them all. He fought the crippling pain so long, he knew he was dying a slow death. With the last card pasted in its place, I shan't be back, he said. I shan't be back, he said. And they say he never saw a baseball
right, thank you. This next song is about a guy who I've seen up here behind us a few times today. Maybe the greatest pitcher of all time. We'll never know, but there's definitely an argument for it. I wasn't asking you to log in. Let's have a show of hands. Ready? It's called Satchel Paige Said. Satchel Paige said, don't look back. I'd be gaining on you. Satchel looked just like a shotgun, and he had a pile of shotguns too. He carried so many bags on a pole that he looked just like a satchel tree. Satchel Paige and the brown bambino, that's an everlasting battery. And we don't look back, we don't carry on, and we don't sit still, or we might rust. But at the same time we don't run, and we don't look back. But Satchel Paige said I could never be late, they could hardly start the game without me. Satchel Paige didn't get riled up, though his stomach surely caused him miseries. So if you follow these few simple rules, you might have a long productive run. Satchel pitched about 1,000,000 games. No one ever did what he has done, and we don't look back, we don't carry on, and we don't sit still, or we might rust. But at the same time we don't run, and we don't look back, we don't carry on in society, and we don't sit still, or we might rust. But at the same time we don't run, and we don't look back. Thanks a lot. This next song is about a couple of players in the 1920s, Ray Chapman and Carl Mays. Ray Chapman's the only player who ever died from an injury sustained during a Major League Baseball game. And Carl Mays was the man who threw the pitch. It's so peaceful here in the Riverview graveyard, and sometimes it felt that way out on the green ball field. But life can take a turn right before your eyes, and you know you'll never be the same again. Chappie was a favorite son, called a prince by everyone, but he couldn't hit me a lick, and he'd tell you so. When he squared to bunt again, I submarined it up and in. He was leaning out over the plate, and he just froze. I wasn't trying to hurt anyone, but now it's all so
said and done. And I wish that killer pitch never left my hand. It was never far from my mind, but the next year I went 27-9. I hit 343 and we won the Yanks' first flag. Still people didn't like me, accused me of being on the take in the series. I pitched 3 complete games with an ERA of 1.73. In 28, Ray's wife died. Suspected it was suicide. And the daughter he never saw passed in 29. And the very ball I threw that day, 30 years later it was put into play. Took a bad hop and smashed some poor kid in the eye. I wasn't trying to hurt anyone, but now it's all so said and done. And I wish that killer pitch never left my hand. It's so peaceful here in the Riverview graveyard. Sometimes it felt that way out on the green ball field. But life can take a turn right before your eyes, and you know you'll never be the same again.
Thanks a lot. Thank you. I discovered when I was writing that song that Carl Mays is actually buried in Portland, Oregon, where I live. Because I guess his daughter lived there or something when he died. So I was able to go up there and sit around at his grave. Sounds a little macabre, but it sort of helped me finish the song somehow. This is a whole nother story. It's about the 1986 World Series. Let's go Mets! You were waiting for that, weren't you? Bobby Ojeda hadn't ranged at Sullivan and Yawkey, and hadn't been traded to the Mets for Calvin Schiraldi. If Oil Can Boyd hadn't been such a nutcase, and Jim Rice at twice taking an easy extra base. If the Red Sox had had a better playoff for starter, instead Nipper served up a big fat slider to Carter. What would Seaver have done if not for his bum knee? Would he have taken the ball and exacted revenge on his old team? If couldn't it pitch like the real Dr. K?
it stuck with him till he couldn't take anymore, and turned his own kitchen into a killing floor. And John McNamara, what the hell was he thinking? Was it him, not the party boy, Matt's doing all the drinking? If he did Baylor for Buckner and yanked the first baseman for his by-the-book late-inning defensive replacement, that ball would have been snagged if it ever been hit. And Mookie's last name would now be 86. Bob Stanley picked a pretty bad time to uncork a wild pitch, and I'm sure he's still thinking that you should have blocked it, Rich. Then the tying run might have not been tallied by Mitch. If one play killed the Sox, can you please tell me which? I guess everything happens for some sort of reason, and there must be a tragic end to every long season. But if even one man doesn't do one thing he does, we'd all know Bill Buckner for just what he was. A pretty tough out for the Dodgers, Red Sox, and Cubs. 10,000 at-bats and close to 3,000 hits. And he stole plenty of bases before his legs quit. As tough to walk as he was to strike out, but there's only one play that ever gets talked about. Still is some kind of fame that lies in being a scapegoat. And if not that, then you're just an historical footnote. And your 22 years playing ball might be forgotten. Maybe Bill Buckner was lucky, his luck was so rotten.
Definitely a good song to play in New York. This is a song about the greatest baseball hitter of all time. I'll toss it out there. And he would tell you so himself if he were here. The song is about Ted Williams. Let the debates begin. And we changed the words a little bit for tonight, those of you who know the album version. Respect to this great organization.
Keeping all them from them down, you know it ain't not a sign of grace. It only means you don't know what you're doing. And everybody says, hey Mick, mantle this, mantle that, it makes me sick. It gets so hard to see. Why do they like him better than me? I'm Ted freaking Williams. Ted freaking Williams. Says hey Duke, like everything I did was some kind of fluke. I gotta give the Duke a hand, but there's nothing that he can do better than I can. Ted freaking Williams. Ted freaking Williams.
This song's about the Giants, probably my favorite team that I grew up with and still follow like crazy. I like the A's too, yeah, I like the Mariners too. Okay, all started with the Giants, and this is also about the art of nicknames in baseball, which is somewhat lost these days. I mean, now the only nicknames they pretty much have in baseball are, you know, if a guy's name is, Candelaria, okay, there's no Candelaria now, but his nickname now would be Kanzi, okay? You just put a Y on it, that's it. Smoltzy, yeah, okay. That's all you get now, pretty much. Except for, like, I guess El Caballo is still playing. Anyway, but this is about nicknames throughout the Giants' history, both New York and San Francisco Giants, and to current players particularly, the Freak and the Panda.
Catfish and the Georgia Beach, Kitten and the Cobra, the Spaceman and the Beast, Goosebird, Rooster, Penguin, Vulture, and Yup, I Can't Sing, and the greatest nickname of all times, Jet to Flying Things. In old New York, it was Turkey Mike, Muggsy and the Big Six. In San Francisco, Baby Bull, Stretch and the Say Hey Kid. Then came the Count, the Hackman, Jack the Ripper, and Will the Thrill. Barry and Jeff Kent, but a dearth of nicknames, that is until the Giants got the Panda, the Giants got the Freak, the Panda smoking line drives, the Freak is throwing heat. Panda and the Freak, Panda and the Freak. When it comes to kung fu fighting, he's no better than Hong Chi Kuo. It's kinda like Bruce Lee, if you cross Bruce Lee with the buffalo. Barrels round the bases, scrambles for ground balls. Zito named him Kung Fu Panda, that's my Pablo Sandoval. The Giants got the Panda, the Giants got the Freak. The Panda smoking line drives, the Freak is throwing heat. Panda and the Freak, Panda and the Freak. They said he wasn't built to last, they said he was too small. The Mariners passed him right by, now that was a bad call. 2 Cy Youngs, 2 strikeout crowns in his first full 2 years. And if Jimmy takes a puff or two, let's raise the toast 3 cheers. freak is smoking weed. Panda and the freak. Panda and the freak. Panda and the freak. Panda and the freak.
Thanks a lot. This song's just about baseball. That's all you can say about it.
And we want to thank everybody here at the Met and thank Chris Gorman in particular for looking after us and bringing us here to play for you tonight. Thanks to everybody. It's a fantastic
Yeah, thanks
night.
for being here. Thanks to the Met.
Thanks all of you for coming out tonight and hope you had a good time.
And our 4 fantastic panelists. That was really, really amazing. Yeah.
If Kip and Campaneris played all 9 positions in a game, when Pete Rose demolished Ray Fosse, he was never the same. 31 wins and an album on Capitol for Danny McClain. So long ago, so long past time, are you past your prime? Tomasio, Shoeless Joe, Minnie Minoso, Yola Tango, Luis Aparicio and Nellie Fox made the Sox go-go. The sideburns of Pepitone and Oscar Gamble's afro. So long ago, so long past time, are you past your prime? So long ago, so long past time, are you past your prime? One thing you can say about time is that it always passes. One thing you can say about the game is that it's not getting any faster. You can get tangled up in a ball of rubber bands and try. The cowhide pine tosses, no spin, shot does lie. 2 round trippers and a no-hitter, that's required. Not for you, so long ago, so
This song won't take long.
It won't take long to find it.
What do you say?
Here we go.
He'll have a 7-course meal which Yumiko, his wife, prepares. And for his second stomach, 2 ice cream bars and 6 chocolate eclairs. By day he's built a spaceship, it's got a periscope and hatch. At night he might go 545 with a patented sliding catch. A patented sliding catch. For those who haven't worshipped yet must succumb to bowing suit. There'll be nothing left to prove when Ichiro goes to the moon. When Ichiro goes to the moon. At age 40 he'll turn to pitching with a fastball that hits 95. A knuckler that defies gravity. A curve with a 12-6 dive. Don't put him on a pedestal, just treat him with respect. He seeks but his own approval and earns all that he gets. He earns all that he gets. There'll be another curtain call, a spacesuit in the trophy room, and I won't be surprised at all when Ichiro goes to the moon. When Ichiro goes to the moon. When Ichiro goes to the moon.
Thanks a lot, everybody. Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much.